Whoa, we are live. We are live and direct. We are live and direct from my yard. So in a few moments, the live stream's actually going to come up and you're actually going to see StreetMic. So let me give it a few moments and hopefully you should be able to see and hear me. But I am coming live and direct from my home. And this is a test broadcast using my new, and I believe I think we're live.
First to enter the den is inventor Noel Marshall.
I don't want to be watching no den. So I now know that I'm live. So I'm trying to get my system to go backwards, but this is actually a test. So I'm now going to view the stream and hopefully it's coming out nice and direct. So it's just switched over. So good morning all, my name is Wendell Daniel. Let me turn the volume down. That's lovely. So good morning all, my name is Wendell Daniel and welcome to StreetMic, and we are coming to you live and direct from my home. And this is a test broadcast using my new GoPro, and hopefully you guys and girls will be able to hear and see exactly what I'm doing. But you're not expecting me to be live at this moment in time, but I know some of you are now coming on board. But just to let you know, this is a test. At 12 o'clock this afternoon, I'm going to be live streaming a Stop Arming Israel protest from Russell Square, and that will be happening between 12 and I think about 3 o'clock this afternoon. But what I am going to be doing, I want all of you guys who are joining me now to tell me what you think of me using this type of equipment, because I'm going to be live streaming using a GoPro. And those of you who don't know what a GoPro is, you normally see people holding this kind of device, doing this, talking into a GoPro. That is what I'm going to be doing today. And the reason I'm doing so is because when I started out doing this about 4 years ago, started with a GoPro, but then I went on to using professional standard equipment because I started a business. And this is the type of equipment which you guys have probably never seen. This is the equipment I normally use when I live stream. So this is the big camera I use. It's a professional broadcast standard camera. And when I use this, I have a lot of capabilities. I can zoom in. I've got control over sound. There are so many things I can do. And also, when I live stream, many people have commented on the quality of the live stream, how crystal clear it is. That's because I use this. This here is a live view and it's HDMI SDI. So this is the equipment I normally use, but the reason I was using it was not specifically for the social media stuff. It was to help me to test what I was doing. So when I went professional, I knew the equipment worked. But 4 years along the line, I know the equipment works. So I no longer have to use this type of professional equipment on the streets when I'm doing the professional live streams. And it is going to be, but before I make that decision, I want you guys to tell me if you can notice a difference in the quality and standard of the visuals. So have you seen a difference with using this, the professional camera, to using this, the GoPro? So have you noticed the difference? But also, there should be a difference in the sound because, as you know, sound is very important. and I use some really great equipment that I can control the sound. Like on this professional camera, all of these things here, this is all for sound. So I can control the sounds. But now I'm using a GoPro, I've lost control. You're used to me zooming in, zooming out, can't do that no more. You're used to me controlling the sound, can't do that no more. So I'm completely losing control, but the difference being, when I use this on the streets to live stream, it's light, it's easy, and I can get in more strange angles, but there are so many disadvantages. One of the disadvantages is the quality of the stream. So when I use a GoPro, I go from using go from using 6 networks to using 1 network. That's a disadvantage. So the stream is more likely to cut out, buffer, and all that kind of stuff. That is more likely to happen just using this. Also, there are disadvantages in the sound quality. Today, as I said, around 12 o'clock, I'm going to be covering. I'm going to say hello to a few of you in a moment, but I will be covering the Stop Arming Israel protest, which is going to be taking place from Russell Square. I don't know where it's going, but I will cover that. Excuse me, using this GoPro camera. So all of you who are here now, please feedback to me what you think of the quality of the GoPro. Because at the end of the day, this is not about what I want. It's about how this stream is being delivered to you guys and girls at home. So is it good quality visuals? Are the visuals stable? Do you get good sound? Is there too much movement? Because normally I take a big camera on my shoulder. There is movement if I'm walking around, but having a little thing in your hand, suddenly there's going to be a lot more movement. Yeah, it has, and also if I do it like this, I can talk into it and you can see me more. So let me know your own views on, but let's give it 2 to 3 weeks to see how things pan out. I got this camera yesterday and just under 12 hours ago actually, and I've set it up and I'm testing it. So this is the first time ever I've been streaming on a GoPro. So I'm now going to say hello to a few of you who are online, who have joined me, but thank you for joining me. I'm asking you, join me again at 12 o'clock when I am going to be covering the Stop Arming Israel protests, and let me know your views on everything. So hello to Carlin Krez, Caribe61, Nothing to See Here, Ules Karen, Kai, XDDD, TB Disco Channel, Steve Smith, Hyperfocus, so that's just a few of you. And I'll give you some of the comments being made. So Carl, hi. Caribe61, morning from Greenwich. Nothing to See Here, widescreen fisheye. Yes, it is wide. So you can tell me what you like. So Cal, are your internet costs high for streaming? Yes, they are. You, Les Karen, you ain't professional. Thank you for your comment. Mobius Eno, what's up? Bruh, you love that. I know you love that. TJ Disco, it's all very expensive, the professional equipment. Yes, it is very expensive. That's because on a Monday to Friday, I do things professionally. And at the weekends, I then got the chance to go on the streets and do this for you guys free of charge. So that's what. So you, Les Karen, Better dynamic range in my GoPro. King 77703, what's cooking, Ainsley? So, Les Karen, just stream, we don't care. No, just stream, you don't care. You can't talk for other people, Karen. So, HeatJack63, GoPro, bro. Green Diesel, good morning, StreetMic. So we're getting some views in regards to Carly Maids, Puff Pass Puff, Jude the Dude TV, StreetMic. Yeah, so you let me know if you like GoPros. Yeah, if you like this footage using a GoPro, I will continue using a GoPro. If you want me doing it wide angle, I'll use it wide angle. If you want me to do it different square, I've got so many choices. But what I'm doing, I'm testing the new system out. Yeah, this isn't my preferred choice. I'm only doing this to test for you guys to decide. But so you tell me later on. But let you know what's going on tomorrow. So tomorrow, excuse me, will be the last time that I'm doing Speaker's Corner from 1 till 5 p.m. So I will be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow, and Mutar Woman will be there, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I will be doing Speaker's Corner tomorrow from 1 till 5 p.m. From next week, the time will change from 1 till 4 p.m. So from next week, the times will change from 1 till 4 p.m. So this is the last time I will be doing, and tomorrow, excuse me, so tomorrow's the last time I'm doing it from 1 till 5 p.m. Yesterday, I did a brief broadcast outside of the Old Bailey. So I went down to the Old Bailey yesterday to be in the gallery of the murder trial for Martin Blake, who has been charged with the murder of Chris Cabba on the 5th of September 2 years ago. And Chris Cabba was shot and killed by the firearms officer, and his trial started on Wednesday. I could not do the trial on Wednesday because I had things to do. I could not go on Thursday, but I decided to go yesterday. And I did a quick broadcast from the outside, but what I was not permitted to do when I got to the Old Bailey, any court, normally, if you've got your mobile phone and whatnot, you can take it in with you in a little bag, blah, 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 but you can't take broadcast equipment in with you. Yeah, so yesterday, I went to the Old Bailey and had my phone on me, but you weren't permitted to take it in. Luckily, there's a business just down the road that they actually take in all your stuff in lockers, etc., etc. So I did that yesterday. Queued up to get into the public gallery, and I got there roughly about 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock, the doors open for the public gallery, but I was warned that the likelihood of getting into the trial to witness what was going on was very unlikely for one reason. You had to have ID with your name and address on it. Unless you've got a driving license in your pocket, how many people carry ID with name and address on it? So that didn't happen. And because I didn't have my name and address on any documentation on my person, I wasn't actually permitted to go into the Old Bailey yesterday, but I will be going back on Monday with the correct documentation, and then I will get the chance to see the prosecution giving their evidence to justify why they believe Martin Blake, the firearms officer, is guilty of murder. And then the trial is due to last for 3 weeks. But what was really great for me, on arrival yesterday at the Old Bailey, I've had the opportunity to engage with the parents, the mum and dad of Chris Cabba, who was shot and killed by the firearms officer. And I've engaged with them before, I've met them before, I've interviewed both of them before. And yesterday, on arrival at the Old Bailey, I met them out, well, not met them, I saw them outside. We embraced each other and I spoke to them prior to them going into the trial to hear all of the evidence. And can you imagine what it is like for the parents of someone who has been shot and killed, regardless if you agree with what happened or if you disagree? Just imagine it from a parent's point of view, what that would have been like to actually be in the court listening to all of the evidence that's been put. And at the moment, I believe on Wednesday and Thursday, the prosecution did their opening statements. On Thursday, the defense did their opening statements. And yesterday, what happened in the court was that there were witnesses and the people in the gallery were not permitted to see those witnesses. So the gallery was actually covered. You can hear what was, I wasn't there, I was told. You can hear what was going on in the court, but you couldn't see because you were not permitted to see who the witnesses were giving evidence, but you can listen. So, but I believe on Monday when I return to the court, you will be able to see and hear. You will be able to see the jury. So I know the makeup of the jury. That's, you know, certain things I will not discuss at this moment in time. So we've seen the jury and they're there listening to the evidence. And don't forget, Martin Blake is innocent until proven guilty. So that's what's going on. But the case is scheduled to probably last another 2 weeks. This case is going to make history in this country. And I aim to be there when a decision is reached, and you will see StreetMic, and hopefully I will be there. And I do hope to engage with the parents of Chris Cabba immediately at some stage after the trial is over, regardless of what the outcome of that court case is. So that's what's going to be happening on Monday. Unfortunately, I did go there yesterday. I got in, but I couldn't go past the security checks that were taking place because I didn't have the correct ID. But normally in a court, you don't have to do that. But specifically in this case, the authorities want to know every single person and the identity of every single person who is inside of that court. All you got to think to yourself, hold on, why do they want all of this information? I've got no problem, but I will be there. I will be there on Monday. I will be there intermittently during the next couple of weeks, and I will be reporting to you guys exactly what is happening. And what is really amazing is one of the ladies, her name is Timmy, and she's from Forefront Project in Colindale, and she's the person, and her organisation has been supporting the Chris Cabba family. And watch this girl, and I'm being honest, 27-year-old young lady, very beautiful young lady, and she is, I've never seen someone like her before in my life. She is powerful, she is brilliant, and she knows the game, and she's able to bring people together. And a 27-year-old girl who's been able to help a family bring a prosecution against a Metropolitan Police officer for murder. Can you imagine that? This girl, I know Demi, and I will engage with her on Monday. I was planning to do so yesterday, but I didn't do so. But on Monday, I will engage with her, and you can get some information in regards. We're not giving you too much information at the moment in regards to what is happening inside of the court, because there's consequences if you get it wrong. And unfortunately, when you are in the when you're in the public gallery, You're not permitted to take your laptops, mobile phones, or anything in the courts. The only thing you can take is a notepad. Unless you can do, you know, that write in shorthand and get everything crystal clear, perfectly correct. When you report, you can get it wrong, you can be prosecuted. So the persons in the public galleries, they're at a disadvantage than the persons who are inside of the court because they can use stenographers, shorthand, and get everything perfect. Then they can report outside what's going on, and then they're not in conflict with any laws. So that's the type of stuff which I will be doing next week. And it is going to be good to witness a murder trial. And it's harrowing for the family. I've already been told. I won't go into details at the moment, but CCTV has been shown and it shows exactly what occurred prior to Chris Cabba being shot by the police. I know a lot of you guys have said he was guilty, he was this, he was that. Regardless of what Chris did or didn't do in the past, was the shooting justified? That's the question. His behavior in the past is irrelevant. It's what was in the mind of that officer at the time he pulled the trigger. That is what a jury is going to decide, and that is what I will be reporting, and it's based on fact, not your opinions about an individual. So, keep a sniffer. Brrr. So personal channel, my mother could do shorthand. So personal channel, bring your mum down there and she can do shorthand. So let's, the Sharifs, where you been, the Sharifs? Big up, big up. So there are many of you now coming into the chat, but I'm just going to re-emphasize what I'm doing. I'm coming live and direct from my home. I am just testing a GoPro camera because the professional stuff I use on the streets, I don't care if some of them don't like that, I'm using that words, because it makes them look silly, but I use professional equipment when I live stream. And when you use this type of equipment on the streets, doors open. Because when you've got a big broadcast standard camera, the police and everyone assume you're a broadcaster. And if you know the stuff I do, I'm always at the front. I'm never at the back like most people. I'm always at the front of the action. That is what a big broadcast standard camera gives you. Anyone who believes a mobile phone is better than having 6 networks is deluded. Yeah, because in a packed environment, you can have 100,000 people. You're all trying to connect to your mobile phones. The mobile phone, the bandwidth is saturated and you can't get a signal. When I use this, it's spread across 6 networks. So 99% of the time, you're all, because this is what the broadcasters use, you get a good signal. But I'm now jettisoning this, and it will have a consequence on the quality of the streams. But I'm of the view that a lot of people have got used to crap streams and they don't know no difference. So if I give you a crap stream, you will notice, because you're used to good sound, you're used to me zooming in. At the moment you're seeing fisheye and it's bent on the sides, yeah, where I'm here. The camera I use can zoom in, zoom out, and I can lighten, darken, get great sound. I can't do that anymore. For me, that ain't great to the standards I'm trying to set, but does it bother you? So you tell me what this looks like and sounds like at the moment. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Why do you like it? Why do you dislike it? Because I like to address both sides of the arguments. So someone just Powerhouse says I need to reset my GoPro. I don't need to reset the GoPro. I just change the settings. I've put this setting for a reason. Yeah, you do things slowly and you find out from people what they think. Yeah, so it's this setting for a reason. You may not like it, so tell me you don't like it. Some people may like it. So you test, you test, you test, you test. You know, I'm also plugged in the sound. Yeah, I can do it by the microphone on the camera. These microphones in general are crap in regards to what I'm used to. But I've got to get used to this kind of stuff. Yeah. And also my face is slightly too dark in comparison to the background. Yeah. More, you know, I can control the contrast with my camera and all kind of stuff. This is so little. It's really hard. But I'm going on the street, so so let me see what so free speech has said I should take Mr. Bean ID cards. Steve Smith, if he does go down there, will be hundreds of officers who hand their guns back, that's for sure. I doubt it very much. Don't believe in what you're hearing. The Sharifs, eyes wide shut, they want intel. Paranormal Channel, US born here, matter surely. So the Sharifs, Powerhouse, got a thing about wide angle, we're testing. Libertarian minded, don't assume you're a broadcaster. I'm a broadcaster. Hyperfocus, I like professionalism. Yes, I like professionalism also, hyperfocus. It's about setting high standards. In the social media world at the moment, there are no standards, and the standards are very low, and it's crap. I'm trying to set high standards, but now you're seeing me do this. You're seeing the difference. You're probably hearing the difference as well. So thank you, Hyper. So Monzo Mia. Hi, can send his pic on Tom Robson. Tommy Robinson is going to be live and direct on StreetMic live stream on the 26th of October, which is in, what's that, 3 weeks' time. So have a look out. 3 weeks' time, I'll be with Tommy Robinson at this time, close up. And I know you all like Tommy. Oh, Tommy Robinson. You love him. So Kipper Sniffer said, with my permission, do what you like. The Sharifs, I know about Fisheye. Never take the knee. StreetMic is in Brixton. Never take the knee. Where have you been? Come out to Tommy Robinson on the 26th of October. 3 weeks' time, and never take the knee. It's going to be brilliant. Never take the knee. I can get you an ID for court. So Paranormal Channel is saying you are worried that they're going to send him down. Why are you worried they're going to send him down? But I'm not going to get into a debate if they are or if they ain't. I'm not giving an opinion in regards to whether I reckon someone will be sent down at this moment in time. I'll give you an opinion. So, Sandman, why don't you say blood clot no more? I just said it. So don't forget, all of you are watching, at 12 o'clock, I'm going to be Russell Square, and I will be covering the protest for 3 hours using this GoPro. Oh my God. Oh God. It's like going from using a Ferrari to going using a Skoda. That's the difference between a GoPro and the stuff I'm used to. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm going to be doing. So I hope you were happy with this. This is coming live and direct from my home. And from what I'm gathering, you guys don't like the wide screen. That's quite clear. So I'll change the wide screen. So I can change that from when I do go live from Russell Square. So I'll see you around 12 o'clock. I'll probably get there about 11:30, so about 11:15. see what's going on, and it should be interesting today. It's meant to be many different organisations collaborating, because don't forget, it's actually the anniversary of the attacks on Monday. So the anniversary of the attacks is on Monday. So there's a protest taking place today, but also I did say about Speaker's Corner tomorrow, but there is an event taking place at Hyde Park to, where's my phone? I forgot the name of it. I'll tell you what the name of it, and you guys may want to actually, because even though I said I'm going to be at Speaker's Corner, I may not do Speaker's Corner for the whole time. So I'll let you know exactly what is happening. So that's the one, Stop Arming Israel. That's the one that's taking place today. So that's taking place today, one year on. But there's also another one, which I'm trying to find and I can't find it. Did I send it to this person? I can't see it. Hold on. I know where I will find it. And I'll tell you exactly what should be happening at. And by the way, next week, I'm planning to meet up with Mutar Woman. Hopefully, it might be on Wednesday. So this is the one in regards to, so it says, join us for memorial event Sunday, October the 6th, Hyde Park Corner, and to meet by the Reformist Tree at 2:30. So meet at the Reformist Tree at 2:30. So that's what's going on tomorrow. So I will start the live stream. I normally get there about 10 past 12, and roughly around quarter to one-ish, I start going live, depending upon what's going on. So I will end up at Reformers Tree. But all I can say, you guys, is thank you very much for joining me for my home here. See, I had these installed last year after I took retirement on the underground. So, and it's really nice having these. Closing them, and it's dark, man, when you close these things. Let me get some more light. There's light. So that's me. That's my humble abode. So love you all. Thank you for engaging with me. Give me your feedback on what you're seeing and hearing. I hear your point wide angle. You don't like it and it's bent, but when you're actually out on the streets, it may not be appropriate in a house, but in the streets, the wide angle is quite useful. So it depends on the circumstances, but let me know how it sounds, how it feels. Is it right? Have you noticed any differences in regards to the usual stuff I use? But I have no, using this has many disadvantages. For people who just turn up with mobile, sorry, on a cuss your ass, you don't do what I do. You don't get the stuff I get. You don't get anywhere near the front like I do to get on and be able to zoom in. You can't touch the stuff I do in regards to the content. You can't touch me. Yeah, and that's because I use big equipment, but I'm now leaving that at home. So that's why I'm engaging with you. So I love you all. Shall I do the brrr? How many of you want that brrr before I go? Come on, how many of Paranormal's channel has said this is beautiful and clean. Thank you, Paranormal channel. So Muslim Revert said, use your 10 grand cam. No, that's not this one. That's for when I do the big events. That's for the private events. That's when I use my FX6 and all of the associated lenses and all that kind of stuff. So who said, so Muslim Revert has said, how much was this GoPro? I think I paid altogether for the whole thing. It was about 500, or for the GoPro and all of the other active stuff that's on there. So Drippy Dicky has said, you may run away when it starts kicking off. But listen, one thing that makes me laugh with people who make comments in regards to what happened in Southport is that I had the bottle, not like you guys, to get off my ass, to get on a train, to go in the middle of a riot when you guys sat at home, or some of you with in your hands watching porn. That wasn't me, I was there. So if I left for my own safety, I'm here to report to you. And who's the done? Not you sitting at home in your backside playing with yourself watching porn. That's what some of you would have done, but not me. I'm out this. If you want to cuss my ass, go on. I'm so scared. Idiot. So anyway, I love you. You know I don't mean it. I love you so much. But listen, bye-bye. But do you want a brr? Do you want a good brr? The Sharifs of mobile cannot compete with a camera. TJ, T-Bay Disco, keep up the good work. So, I can tell you want a brr. Before I get a brr, Mutar woman, I know you love her. And also, I know you love Sakamoto. So, just imagine, P. Diddy did a freak off in America and he got in trouble. I think someone wants me to go to the Ritz for a freak off and you guys can watch online. Just think of that. Sakamoto and Big T inviting you guys to a freak off at the Ritz. Big up. How was that? Was that great? Brap and a finger snap. Ching! So Karen, did you know I can just push a button, Karen, which says you are blocked? Did you know I can do that, Karen? Watch everything you do, Karen, disappear. Bye. So anyway, I love you all. And I'm off down to Russell Square. See you later. And I love you lots. Bye-bye. Big up. Now I've got to learn how to turn this off. Turn it off. Turn it off.